Hello everyone, this is the new skill update for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. This will be for February 25th when this was first posted, but this is going over whatever new skill balancing has been done to the game. Apparently, these skills won't be applied until March 9th into PvP. The skill effect changes will be implemented in PC duels after update the 10.6.0, which is planned to be released on March 24th and 26th. So these new skill updates won't be for a while, but these are what are upcoming basically. Now let's get into the actual skills. Apparently, the first skill that's being changed is the branded skill. It says the skill is given a harder activation condition to reduce the consistency of branded decks. So I'm guessing they're getting nerfed. Because Theater Branded's opening has been probably too popular for a bit. Shinato's Judgment is getting nerfed as well. Getting a harder condition to reduce the consistency of the skill. I guess it's giving too much resources, so it's like, yeah, maybe just do something about this skill. Also earlier, all of these 5 skills are getting buffed. Neo's Contact Drug, I haven't seen specifically how they're being buffed, but I saw they're being buffed when I looked at it like a glance, tertiary glance at them. They've been buffed. They say we are strengthening some character exclusive skills to make them easier to use. Transcending Strength seems like an already decent skill, but I guess they're making it even better. And we are strengthening skills to make this one easier to use. I guess they just want to make Neo's fusions better to some degree. Let's actually get into it with the nerfs and see what's happening with them. This one says the normal Theater Branded skill stuff, but the change is add 1 Despia. Before it was add 1 Despia monster or branded opening from your deck to your hand. Then you can add 1 Despia Theater the branded from your deck to your hand. Now it's add 1 Despia monster or 1 Despia Theater the branded from your deck to your hand. They don't get you the theater. You don't get branded opening anymore. That seems a bit harsh. I'm very sure they like that, having that branded opening. Oh, it's even worse than I thought it was. You get 1 Despia monster or 1 Despia Theater branded opening from your deck to your hand. You get either one of those. You have to choose. With this one, in the old skill, you got either branded opening or Despia monster, plus Despia Theater branded opening. Theater the branded. So you got 2 cards. Well, in this one you just get 1 card, and you can't get branded opening anymore. If only your opponent controls a monster, add 1 branded in red from your deck to your hand. If only your opponent controls a monster, send 1 Despia monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then you can add 1 branded in red from your deck to your hand. Send 1 Despia monster from your deck to your graveyard. So you don't get to send a card from your deck to your graveyard, is the main difference. So you can't mill a card and get branded in red. You just get branded in red. I don't think that's that different. That might actually be a boon, since you might not want to mill a card, but yeah. It's just been nerfed. Well, Shinato's Judgment is reveal one spirit monster or one ritual spell card in your hand, then add one spirit monster or one spell or trap card that mentions spirit monster in your text to your deck to your hand. Well, this one is reveal 2 spirit monsters, up to 2, or ritual spell cards in your hand, and shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck. Then, for the number of cards revealed this way, add spirit monsters from or spell trap cards that mention spirit monsters in your deck to your hand. Oh, I see. You only get to add 1 with this one. Add 1 spirit monster, or 1 spirit spell trap card that mentions spirit monster. Well, you get to add up to 2. And it had a 4th effect. And the 4th effect's gone now. If you control Shinato King in the higher play, add 1 change of heart from outside your deck to your hand. It no longer has the 4th effect. You don't get the change of heart. That I don't know. I haven't played against too many of them. Too many Shinato's Judgments. Because I'm in like gold platinum tier most of the time. So I don't get to play against the usually higher ranked decks unless it's like KC Cup time. And I haven't do much for the KC Cup this last go around. So I didn't really play against these kinds of decks. But I can see Change of Heart being a bit of a BS thing to go against because there's a spell or trap card. And not a lot of decks have defenses against spell trap cards unless it's like Forbidden Lance. And that you don't always have Lance. Well, so in short, this one. In short, when it comes to this change, you only get to draw 1 card from your second effect. You can get the possible 2 cards, and you no longer have the 4th effect for the change of heart after you use the 3rd effect to put Shinato on the field. And these last 5 skills have been buffed. Precious cards from the winds, dark and light. They've been buffed in the same way, I assume. So I'll just go over one of them and assume that all 3 of them have been buffed in the same way. This one says once per turn and up to twice per duel. If your deck contains 6 or more wind monsters. While in the old one, it says can be used as skill's first effect twice per duel. If your deck contains 9 or more wind monsters. So it's kind of a nerf to some degree. A nerf and a buff at the same time. Because of it's a nerf and a buff mostly because of the second part of this whole situation. Because with this one, with the old effect, you can use the first effect twice. Oh, I should explain first. You can use this skill's first effect once per turn and up to twice per duel if your deck contains 6 or more wind monsters. And the first effect is, during your main phase, place 1 card from your hand or on the bottom of your deck, or send it to the graveyard, then draw 2 cards. If it is the first turn of the player going second, draw 1 additional card. Well, in the old one, you can use the skill's first effect twice per duel if your deck contains 9 or more wind monsters. At the start of the main phase, place 1 card. At the start of your main phase, place 1 card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, then draw 2 cards. Oh, at the start of your main phase, place 1 card. So, from it sounds like you can use this effect twice at the start of your main phase, twice in the same turn. I've never used it, but you may only be able to use it once, but it sounds like you're able to use it twice. You may be able to use it twice at the start of your main phase. Place one card at the bottom of your deck, and then draw one card to more or less fix your hand. The old effect sounds okay-ish, but it doesn't really do a super lot for you. It just allows you to fix your hand. While the new effect, it says place one card from your hand on the bottom of your deck, or send it to the graveyard, then draw 2 cards. So this is like more of a Destiny draw kind of skill, like we went over last time we did this. It's more of a Destiny draw kind of situation, in which you're able to either draw or send one card to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. This allows you to more or less fix your hand while also gaining more cards at the same time. If you didn't draw the cards you wanted, you can also just more or less fix your hand and draw more cards so you can get more opportunities to get the cards that you did want. But honestly, this sounds like you're able to play a normal Yu-Gi-Oh deck with this skill, as long as you're running 6, it's more or less been buffed, because you're able to use it once per turn. This one says twice per duel, so it's all in all been buffed. I'm guessing twice per duel means that you can use this effect twice in the same turn. But it's still not that good though. You're just allowed to fix your hand up to twice per turn. But you have to have a higher monster count in your deck, while this one has a lower monster count, in which you're able to now run more spell trap cards. The more tech cards you're trying to get into. And this one lets you place cards in your graveyard to get their effects as well. So all in all, it's been buffed to be somewhat like a Destiny draw, and also the additional 1 card if you're going second. So if you're going second, you may be able to have, like, if you do this, 7 cards in your hand, I think. Because you draw 5, then you use the skill, then you draw 2 cards, and then you draw additional 1 more card if you go second, which you go 7, which more or less puts you in a situation in which you're able to more likely to draw the cards you want to draw, that you're trying to dig into, like your unsearchable 1-ups. So that gives you this buff gives generic decks more opportunities to actually win. Like decks that don't have like particular skills, more opportunities to actually do stuff, but they're more card focused, more combo card focused. Now to get into Neo's Contact. This is a rush skill. I didn't understand that to begin with. I thought this was like a Jaden skill for a second. I didn't even know. I'll admit this. I didn't even know that Neospatians weren't part of rush duels. I thought they would just have elements of heroes at this point. But I'm not gonna read this whole thing because of element. It's like rush. It's rush bias. Well, not what's the opposite of bias? Rush prejudice. Rush prejudice. Because I don't understand rush as well. But apparently, in the old version, I think this is a buff. It says deck or graveyard. You can add one hero descent from your deck or your graveyard to your hand. So, in the old version, you can add one hero descent from your graveyard to your hand, which means good thing that's not a super complex version of a skill that's being changed. I can tell specifically just by looking at this that it's been buffed, just because of it says deck or graveyard, which means you're able to add something from your deck, except for just after you use it in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. Still a bit underpowered in comparison to some stuff with the speed skills, but still, it's a buff. I guess they want this skill to be used more often, or just have it more power to it, more power. But that's about it with the Neo's contact draw. You know what? I'll read it just so people know about it. Can be activated from turn 2 onward if all monsters in your constructed deck are light attribute warrior type monsters with 1,300 attack or more attack. If all monsters in your constructed deck are light attribute warrior type monsters with 1,300 or more attack. Effect. Send up to 2 cards. Elemental Hero Neos and or Neospatian Aqua Dolphin and or Neospatian Flare Scarab from your hand to your graveyard. Then draw 2 cards. Then draw that many cards. If you have Elemental Hero Neos in your graveyard, you can also add 1 Hero Descent from your deck or graveyard to your hand once per duel. I'm guessing Hero Descent allows you to bring Elemental Hero Neos back from the graveyard. That's what I'm guessing is what the intent is. It sounds like a hand fixing skill. And I would think, and this requirement does not make sense to me. It says light attribute warrior type in your constructed deck, or light attribute warrior type monsters with 1,300 attack or more attack. Because a Flare Scarab and Aqua Dolphin should be different types. They should not be light warrior type monsters. Unless it's different set of rush. Or they only mean the Neos that they're talking about. I'm a little confused. I'll have to actually look at those cards. But we're reaching the end, and I don't have time to be looking at that to get the specifics of that skill. And lastly, it says, oh, the buff in this one has been changed from reveal 1 Rocket Synchron from your hand to Rocket Tuner from your hand. Yeah, there's more than one Rocket Tuner than Rocket Synchron. Rocket Synchron just means that by Rocket... When I saw Rocket Synchron initially, I thought they meant like buy 3 copies of the new Savage... what's it called again? Something Savage. The box set that the Rocket Synchron is a UR in. Like, main box that Rocket Synchron's UR in. Like, get 3 of them. Which means use all your gems to get 3 Rocket Synchrons. Use all your gems to get 3 Rocket Synchrons so you can use the skill. Not just saying, okay, you don't have to you don't have to buy all 3 of the box sets to use the skill. They're just saying, okay, you just need rocket tuners. We'll make it a lot more generic. It's fine. Because no one's using the skill. Because no one wanted to invest that much in the box. It's fine. It's fine. You people win. You just can. You people win. We'll allow you to run the skill with no more rocket tuners. It's fine. But Rocket Synchron's a good card though. I'll admit. It allows you to do a lot of Dark Dragon things. But that seems to be about it. That's all. That'll be all this time, apparently. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Got a decent amount of buffs. See you in the next one. Bye. Johnny.